And then when the kettlebell video comes out, then we'll be set. We'll be set for another 2 years.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got to think about that kettlebell video.
Yeah.
That's got the potential to be thoroughly hated.
Yeah.
Just really excite some people.
Yeah.
I mean, the people that have spent, what, $5,000 on a kettlebell cert,
Yeah.
they will hate us.
Yeah. Yeah. And kettlebells are expensive too.
Oh,
Yeah.
especially now. I mean, supply chain problems. The kettlebell supply chain has been completely disrupted, from what I understand.
I don't even know what a kettlebell costs.
I mean,
it's more than a
$7,000 or
plate.
$8,000 a piece, I'm sure. I mean, cast iron at this point is kind of like cadmium, you know. Now, you probably make solid cadmium kettlebells
cheaper than
than
cast iron.
the ones I've got,
Yeah.
remnant
I have no
kettlebells
doubt.
I've got at the gym that we use for doorstops.
Not even an exaggeration.
We've
You
got
do have a lot of
kettlebells
kettlebells. You do have a lot of kettlebells.
I do.
Yeah. There's how many are there over there? 12?
4 or 5.
There's like 12 over there.
There's 12 kettlebells.
Yeah. Yeah, don't lie.
And we don't use them
try
for
to get rid
anything
of them.
except holding the front door open. We got to carry something big in.
We use them as tripods too.
Yeah, I prop my phone up on it.
Yeah.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Well, they work pretty good for that, I guess.
Pretty stable.
Them being heavy and stable and shit,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So, anyway, we're just letting you know that the kettlebell video won't be a podcast on kettlebells because that would be pointless.
Right.
The kettlebell video will be coming up.
Yep.
And you can enjoy that in the same way that you've enjoyed the trap bar deadlift video over the years.
Do you think a podcast of like top 5 most worthless gym equipment would be something worth
Like through
doing?
history?
Yeah, through history or things that are being used now.
A podcast or a video?
A podcast, and you just go through each one and talk about why it sucks.
About why it sucks dicks.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could do that.
I mean, you could fill up an hour and a half with that.
That'd be cool to talk about because you've been in the gym doing barbells for 40 years and all the. I mean, I remember as a kid all the machines that went under the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting to hear all the shit that came even before that.
Well, people don't remember this, but back in the 60s, in the morning, almost every one of the networks had a little exercise show that ran about 7 a.m.
Yep.
And it was, it's calisthenics and Jack LaLanne,
I remember seeing those as a
doing
kid.
different things.
Maybe not every channel, but I remember there was a channel that had exercise stuff.
They were very popular there for a while. There weren't any, there wasn't any barbells involved in anything,
Right.
but it was just all shit they could do with a guy here, and here's the guy, and there's a couple of girls, and,
Right.
in tights,
Right.
no nipples or anything,
Right.
Couldn't see nipples. That was just not done. And they do side straddle hops.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Get down on the floor and do push-ups and all kinds of weird ass stuff. Told you about breathing, how important it was to breathe and shit. Because not breathing is always,
Suboptimal.
plagued.
It's a concern.
Plagued the species. So,
You just forget.
but it was that was a popular deal back a long time ago.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, we could do that. We could do talk about Nautilus and Universal Gym machines and stuff. Kettlebells.
Kettlebells, CrossFit.
Bowflexes.
Would kettlebells exist
Bowflexes.
today without CrossFit? I never heard of a kettlebell until CrossFit.
CrossFit resurrected them.
Yeah.
Oh, they kind of come back around every once in a while, and
Yeah.
they were popular for a time back in the 60s,
But-
and then again in the 80s. They were,
Yeah.
Starr always talked about it. They just resurrected from the dead every once in a while, and then everybody have to do kettlebells.
It's a lot like the martial arts world. There's always a legend behind it, right? So the kettlebell was the Russian, the cannonballs. and they didn't have equipment, so they took cannonballs and swung them around or some shit.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, the origin story.
Right.
Pirates used them.
Pirates. Pirates used them on ships.
Every morning they would get together on the deck and just have a little bit of a brief workout.
Kind of a little swing. A little swing in. Yeah. Well,
We can't afford gym equipment, but here's all these cannonballs.
yeah.
Swing these bitches
Let's
around.
make a handle. Swing them around.
Well, yeah, they. There's no telling where they came from, though. No telling who invented the kettlebell, but
It was Pavel.
Pavel.
And then he came up with the origin story at the same time.
Yeah. Well, you got to have a background,
Yeah.
you know.